I'm not gonna lie, going into today, especially taking into consideration everything that happened over the weekend with Iran and the US, and then all this like tension in the Middle East, all this news coming out, I didn't know exactly how the market was gonna get affected. It could have gone either way. It could have either really like, bro, today's price action was very good, extremely volatile, beautiful movement. Everything was just perfect. But like going into it, I didn't know where we were gonna go. We could have either had a big dump, which we did, or we could have had a big pump, which we also did. That's so annoying. I don't know why it does that, bro. Where's nine to E? Okay, so going into market open, we had already made these London highs right here. We had London lows down here, Asia lows. Um, the previous day before, like, shit, the market when it opened yesterday, it opened up very bearish, but then it eventually picked up speed, and then we had like this big gap right here, filled it in London session, and then we came down, and then reversed back up off this fair value gap. My original bias was bearish, so for the day I wanted to be in puts because the market just showed overall bearish movement. We had a lot of low resistance liquidity to the downside, and I just thought we were gonna sweep it, so I was just waiting maybe for a sweep of London highs and then all the confluences to line up, and then I would take puts from there. But it had different plans, because during market open, we swept the lows, but on ES we did have an SMT. My original plan going into market open after seeing this was to take calls. However, we did have PMI today at 9:45. Where is it? Why am I on the wrong thing? Why am I on the wrong thing, bro? 9:45, yeah. 9:45 we had PMI. So I'm like, okay, 5 minutes before the macro and literally in the middle of market open and the macro, I don't want to be in a trade because I don't know where price is going to go. But that was a huge mistake. I know I played it safe, which is a good thing. That is the good thing that I did, because I played it safe and I didn't risk my capital for something that I had no idea what was going to happen on, right? However, it would have been an amazing banger trade, because at 9:45 you could see the candle wick when it comes up. Look, what is it? 9:45. Yeah, you'll see the candle. Like, bruh, look at this dog shit, bro. That shit, yo, taking that trade, because this trade actually was like, it hit the moon, dude. Like, look at this. ES probably already took London highs. It's about to. Let me speed it up a little. Boom. Smashed. Smashed London highs. I thought we were going to reverse off of here. However, it just kept pumping. It just, like, this leg up from market open is insane. Like, this trade, whoever caught that shit, you guys printed today, because that was amazing. It touched those highs up there, and I knew we were going to have a possible reversal very soon. Either it was going to touch previous day highs, or it was going to reverse off of here. Nasdaq was lagging behind still in this 1 hour fair value gap, so I knew we had a huge bearish SMT on the Nasdaq. ES already took out all these highs, so I'm like, okay, possible reversal soon. Once I see my confluences, I'm going to take it. Wait for the inverse, wait for everything to align, and then I'll take it. However, damn, it's hot, bro. It's freaking hot. Let me sit on the floor like a homeless dude. But yeah, ES took the highs, NQ didn't. I was waiting for puts right here. Obviously, you can see where I entered off of. If I let this chart play out, I was waiting for this fair value gap to get disrespected. However, it kept getting respected, bro. How many times you gonna get respected, dude? How much respect do you need, bro? Like, look at this shit. Boom. Another one. Watch. Boom. Too much respect on this fair value gap, bro. Way too much respect. And Okay, so we were consolidating here. This was a consolidation period, so I knew we were gonna dump. I knew the bias. I knew where I wanted to do. I knew the daily bias. I knew where price wanted to go. I know what we needed for an A plus setup. It was just a matter of the time. The time was just very crucial because I usually don't trade after AM, but today it was just a perfect setup, and I got in right here. Hold up. Once it inversed it, because I knew right there. Like, these market makers are having way too much fun playing with my shit right now. Like, look at this, bro. Just fiddling with my shit, bro. And it's just dilly dallying. But then we had the big leg down finally, and it took a little time. It was just consolidating, manipulating, and I knew off this boom bam bop, we had the inverse, we had the drawn liquidity, we had the SMT. All it was just a matter of patience and just a waiting game now to literally dump, and eventually, boom, it did smash TP all the way, and even more, bro. Like I thought it was just gonna stop at these London lows, but no, dude. Just created new lows, and then obviously started reversing. People were trying to leave runners, but they got stopped out. Took this reverse, it was insane. Like today's price action was crazy, and especially considering that we have a teaser trailer for World War III, and price movement is this good and this volatile. Like, it's very, very impressive. One thing I need to do is just have complete and utter certainty that my trade and my TP is gonna hit, and it's just gonna play out. The only problem I have is the sheer certainty and the confidence that it is actually going the direction. And sometimes I do take partials, and sometimes I do take profit early, and I don't let it play out. But that's one thing I'm trying to work on.